Hello friends, welcome to Learner's Planet. Friends, this is our first session for the topic powers and exponents. In the previous class, you might have learned about powers and exponents. For an example, we just have some idea over here. If 3 into 3 into 3 for 5 times, that means what? It's 3 raised to 5. If 3 into 3 into 2 into 2 into 2, it will be 3 square into 2 cube, right? So 3, if it is 5 times, so it can be written as 3 raised to 5. If 3 is for 2 times, so it's 3 square, and 2 is 3 times, so it will be 2 cube, right? So let's have a quick recap of all the basic formulae of powers and exponents. So let's have a quick recap of all the laws of exponents. Now, suppose we have a number a if it is raised to m, and other number still a, and if it is raised to n, so a will be m plus, here the expression can be written as a raised to m plus n. That is the first law, right? If two numbers are multiplied, from two numbers here, I mean the numbers should be same. Here it's a and here also it's a. So if a raised to m and a raised to n, if they are multiplied, so finally it will be a raised to m plus n. Suppose 2 cube into 2 raised to 5, it will be 2 raised to 3 plus 5. That is 2 raised to 8. Okay? This is called the base and this is called the exponent. And how do we call it? A raised to m. That means a is raised to m. Okay? Or we can say a is written for m times. Here a is written for n times. Okay? So it's a raised to m plus n. Next is if a raised to m by a raised to n, so it will be a raised to m minus n. Okay? Now suppose we have 5 raised to 7 by 5 cube, so it will be 5 raised to 7 minus 3, that is 5 raised to 4. Okay? Then we have a raised to m whole raised to n will be a raised to m into n. So suppose this is 2 cube raised to 5, that means 2 raised to 3 into 5, that means 2 raised to 15. Then the next is if we have two numbers raised to same power, product of two numbers raised to same power can be written as a raised to n into b raised to n. Suppose we have 6 raised to n, so it can be written as 2 into 3 raised to n, that is 2 raised to n into 3 raised to n. Similarly, a by b raised to n is a raised to n by b raised to n. Suppose we have 5 by 4 raised to 5, so it will be 5 raised to 5 by 4 raised to 5. Okay? Now, if any number is having raised to 1, say a, if a is raised to 1, that means it will be a only, and if it raised to 0, it will be 1 only. Okay, so this is also an important property. Okay, so this is a recap of the concept that you have learned in the previous classes. Friends, in all these cases which we have discussed just now, the numbers a and b are actually non-zero rational numbers, and the powers like m and n are the whole numbers. Okay. Now, we have to learn the laws of integrals where positive and negative integers we have to use as exponent of rational numbers. Right? So, the laws will remain same, but how to apply them? Let's discuss now. Now suppose we have any rational number, say a, that's non-zero, and if it is raised to n with a negative sign, so that's a raised to minus n can be written as 1 upon a raised to n. Here n is any integer. Okay, suppose we have 2 raised to minus 3, so I can write it 1 upon 2 raised to 3. If I have 5 raised to minus 2, we can write it 1 upon 5 square, right? Similarly, if I have 10 raised to minus 25, I can write as 1 upon 10 raised to 25, right? So this is the negative exponent, or we can say negative integral exponents, okay, in all these cases. Now friends, we have discussed all the laws of exponent, right? Now to solve the questions, we have to maybe apply one or more laws in a single question. Let's see how. Suppose I have a number, say 5 by 6 raised to minus 3, right? So it can be written as 5 raised to minus 3 by 6 raised to minus 3, right? Now 5 raised to minus 3 can be written as 1 upon 5 raised to 3, and 6 raised to minus 3 can be written as 1 upon 6 raised to 3. So it's what? 1 upon 5 raised to 3 divided by 1 upon 6 raised to 3, right? This number is divided by this number, and it can be written as 1 upon 5 raised to 3 into 6 raised to 3 by 1. So it is 6 raised to 3 by 5 raised to 3, and finally it is 6 by 5 raised to 3. So we started from here and we are reaching over here, right? So you saw 5 by 6 raised to minus 3 can be written as just take the reciprocal of the number, that is 6 by 5, and make the power as positive. Okay, one more example I take. Suppose I have 2 by 3 raised to minus 5, so that can be written as 3 by 2 raised to 5. Okay, so friends, let's discuss some of the problems here. Express each of the following as a rational number of the form p by q, where p and q are integers and q is not equal to 0. That means the denominator should not be equal to 0, right? Now it's what? 2 raised to minus 3. I already told you a raised to minus n can be written as 1 upon a raised to n, right? So it's 2 raised to minus 3. So just take the reciprocal of the number of the base. Okay, so it's 1 upon 2 raised to 3, that can be written as 1 upon 8. Similarly, it is minus 4 raised to minus 2. So first of all, what you do, just make the power positive, and to make the power positive, take reciprocal of minus 1 by 4. So that's minus 1 upon 4 raised to 2. Now what? Square power of negative will be what? Positive only. So it's 1 upon 4 square, or 1 upon 4 square. 1 square will be 1 only, and 4 square is 16. So finally it is 1 by 16. Okay. Similarly, we have 1 upon 3 raised to minus 2. So that can be written as 1 upon 3 raised to minus 2. So just write the reciprocal of 1 upon 3 to make the power positive. So it's 3 raised to 2, that is 9. Okay. Similarly, we have 1 upon 2 raised to minus 5. So first of all, write the reciprocal of 1 upon 2. So the power will be positive. So it's 2 raised to 5, that is 32. Okay. Now here 2 by 3 raised to minus 2, to make the power positive, write the reciprocal of the number inside the bracket. So it's reciprocal of 2 by 3 will be 3 by 2, and the power will be converted to positive, right? So it's 9 by 4. Okay. So friends, problems are like this, sort of questions are really very easy, right? Just take the reciprocal of the number inside the bracket and convert the power to positive. Okay. Now let's take 1 or 2 examples when two rational numbers with negative exponents are multiplied with each other. Suppose I have 3 by 8 maybe raised to minus 2 into 4 by 5 raised to minus 3, right? So what is the next step? To convert this power to positive, write the reciprocal of the number inside the bracket. So it is 8 by 3 raised to 2 and this is 5 by 4 raised to 3. Now what? Just write like this: 8 raised to 2 by 3 raised to 2 into 5 raised to 3 by 4 raised to 3. Now apart from that, what you can do, 8 can be written as 2 cube, right? So what I do, 8 I write 2 cube. Now this is what, 2 cube and raised to 2. So do not get confused, I have written 8 as 2 cube and the power of 8 will remain same, that's 2 into 5 cube by 3 square. Similarly, 4 cube can be written as 2 square and this is cube. Okay. Now this is what, 2 raised to 6 into 5 cube by 3 square into 2 raised to 6. Okay, that's 3 into 2 and here is 2 into 3. So 2 raised to 6 and 2 raised to 6 is cancelled and 5 cube by 3 square is your answer. 5 cube is 125, 3 square is 9. Okay, so simple. Let's take one or two more examples. Now friends, here in this case we have to find out the values of the given expression. First of them is 3 raised to minus 1 plus 4 raised to minus 1. So to convert the exponent to positive, what we have to do? We have to take the reciprocal of the number. So 3 raised to minus 1 can be written as 1 upon 3 and this can be written as 1 upon 4. Now just simplify it. LCM of 3 and 4 is 12. So it's 3 4s are and 4 3s are. Okay, addition of rational number we have already discussed in our rational number topics. 4 and 3 7 by 12. Okay. Similarly, in this problem, 3 raised to 0 is what? 1. 4 raised to minus 1 can be written as 1 upon 4. Put the bracket as it is into 2 square can be written as 4. Now you have two options. You can very well apply the distributive property, the same property I have discussed in the topic rational number. Okay, so or either what you can do, just take the LCM of the number inside the bracket, then multiply it by 4. But be careful about this bracket, right? This number 4 will be multiplied by this and this, both of them as well, right? Do not make any mistake. So 1 plus 1 by 4 is what? Take LCM, 4. So 4 plus 1 into 4. So it's 5 by 4 into 4 by 1. So it is 5. Okay. Now friends, in this question, see whatever there is in the bracket, right? This entire expression, whatever you'll be getting after solving, that is raising to 0, right? So whatever is this number, if anything raised to 0, it will be 1 only, right? So no need to calculate this, okay? Whether it is 1 or whether it is 1000 or whatever any rational number, if it raised to 0, it will produce 1. Okay, so no need to calculate the expression that is inside the bracket. Now in this problem, 1 upon 3 raised to minus 1. So first of all, what we do? Write the reciprocal of 1 by 3, that is 3, and 3 raised to 1 only, so that will be 3 only. Minus, write the reciprocal of 1 by 4, so that's 4, and negative 1 will be converted to positive 1, so it's 4 only, and overall the power is minus 1. Now 3 minus 4 is what? Minus 1 raised to minus 1. Now you have to write down the reciprocal of 1 over here in this case, so it's 1 only, so minus 1 raised to minus 1. Okay, the same thing will be there. So see, 1 is an odd number, right? If any negative number or negative sign raised to odd number, it will produce negative only. Okay, so finally we'll be getting this can be written as, I'm sorry, like this. Reciprocal of minus 1 will be minus 1 only. So minus 1 raised to 1 is minus 1. Okay. I'm sure you are clear. Now let's try this problem. 4 raised to minus 1 can be written as 1 upon 4. 3 raised to minus 1 can be written as 1 upon 3 raised to 2. So it's what? 1 upon 4 into 3 is what? 12. So it's 1 upon 12 square, or we can say 1 upon 12 square, that's 1 upon 144. Okay, as simple as that. Now let's see this case. 5 raised to minus 1. So I have to write it 1 upon 5 divided by 6 raised to minus 1 is 1 upon 6 raised to 3. First solve the expression that is inside the bracket. So it can be written as 1 upon 5, put up a sign of multiplication and write down the reciprocal of this once again. Okay, so it is what? 1 into 6 is 6, 1 into 5 is 5 whole cube. So that is 6 cube by 5 cube. 6 cube is what? 216, and 5 cube is 125. Okay, isn't it very simple? Now let's see this. 2 raised to minus 1, it's 1 upon 2. 3 raised to minus 1, 1 upon 3 raised to minus 1. Solve the expression that is in the bracket. Its LCM will be 6, 2 3s are and 3 2s are. Okay, so it is 5 by 6 raised to minus 1. Now to change this minus 1 to plus 1, write the reciprocal of the number that is inside the bracket. So that's 6 by 5 raised to 1, that is 6 by 5. Okay, now 3 raised to minus 1, it's 1 by 3. 4 raised to minus 1, 1 upon 4, this is raised to minus 1, and 5 raised to minus 1 is 1 upon 5, right? So it is what? 1 upon 12 raised to minus 1 into 1 upon 5. Now to convert this minus sign to positive, just write the reciprocal of the number that is inside the bracket. So that's 12 raised to 1, that's 12 into 1 upon 5. So finally it is 12 by 5. Okay. Similarly, let's see this problem. 3 square is what? 9. 2 square is what? 4 into 1 upon 2 cube, right? 1 upon 2 whole cube can be written as like this. 1 cube will be 1 only. Now 9 plus 4, always be careful that first of all you have to solve the expression that is inside the bracket, right? You might have learnt BODMAS rule in your junior classes. I'm sure about that, right? So 9 plus 4 is what? 13 into 1 upon 8. So finally it is 13 by 8. Okay. Similarly, 3 square is what? 9. 2 square is 4. Convert the power into positive. Write the reciprocal of 2 by 3. So that's 3 by 2 cube. Okay. If you go step by step, you won't make any mistake. Solve the bracket into this is 3 cube by 2 cube. So that is 5 into 27 by 8, right? So 5 into 27 is 5 7s are 35, 5 2s are 10 and 3 13. Okay, so it's 135 by 8. Now here it's 1 upon 3 raised to minus 3. So just write it reciprocal of 1 by 3. It's 3 cube minus right reciprocal of 1 by 2. That's 2 cube divided by right reciprocal of 1 by 4, that's 4, and this is cube. Now 3 cube is what? 27. 2 cube is 8 divided by 4 cube is what? 64. So 27 minus 8 is so it is 19 by 64. Okay. Now let's say this problem. 2 square, that is 4, 3 square 9, 4 square 16 divided by 3 square by 2 square, right? So 4 plus 9 is 13, 13 minus 16 is minus 3. divided by 9 by 4. So minus 3 into 4 by 9. So it's minus 4 by 3. Okay. So friends, we'll be discussing more problems based on powers and exponents in our next session. Do revise this session before you come for the next session. Bye-bye.